Hey guys, it's April with Crafting with April. I wanted to share a file with you guys and a short tutorial, and I'll also show you a finished project here. I don't know where the box originated from. I researched and couldn't find out, but whoever created it, they did a pretty good job. The pieces that were in the file that I got, and like I said, I don't know who created it. Some of these are a little deeper than I would have gone with what I had made, but I think it's going to be fine and work perfectly fine. This is the bottom of the box, and this is the top of the box. I added this square to go into the bottom of the box to kind of reinforce it, depending on what you put in the box. So that's optional, you don't need it. I also added this square for the acetate that goes on the inside of the lid, so that you have a piece of acetate in there. That wasn't included. I think they were cutting that by hand. But I went ahead and added that to this file. And then I added this frame, which I'm cutting out of the same thing as the bottom of the box, because I'm using brown craft paper. You can use whatever you want. I want a pretty sturdy box. And then for my top, I'm using some of the new Cricut foiled embossed paper in the craft color. It comes in the black and gold and the white and gold and silvers. And I'm going to be using the craft with the gold polka dots on it. That's what I'm going to be using for my top. So all of this I'm just going to cut from regular brown craft paper without wasting my pretty paper for something that doesn't count. And then this, of course, is the box top. But everybody has that name and that logo in there, and that's what everybody's after. So I'm just going to show you guys how to do it. And just in case you forget this step, I added another one of these. I duplicated it and I hid it. So in the file you will find, in case you ever forget, here is one that's hidden so that you can come back and get it if you need. Okay, so with that being said, this sitting here, I'm going to detach, because we don't want to lose our score lines and have to redo all of that. Let me see if they made them all in one. Yes, they did. Good job, whoever put that together. I wish I knew so I could give them credit, but I don't, and for that I apologize. But I did beef up the file myself. The added pieces are something I did. And like I said, this is to reinforce the bottom on the inside of the box to make it a little sturdier. The acetate goes underneath the inside part of the lid, and then this goes over the acetate on the inside of the lid, just to give it a finished look so that acetate won't be flopping around and you won't see the glue or tape, whatever you use to put yours in. Now, to get that name or logo, I'm going to send this to the back so that we don't see the score lines. And I'm just going to do a Merry Christmas on this one. I am not going to save it. The file is fine. You can put whatever you want, a name. A lot of people are doing names, but you're going to need something, and I've already pulled up. I'm going to do Merry Christmas on this one. You're going to need something that has some layers. This one here would probably work too. There's several that might work just fine for this. This one here may even work. So find something that you like. Because if I leave this one in the file, you're going to have to pay for it if you don't own it. And I think it's $1.99. But I'm just going to rotate it a little bit sideways like this. And I'm going to stretch it. Now you can have the name here. You can have it go straight across. That's all up to you. You don't want to go, let me move range. Move it to the back. You don't want to make it bigger than your score lines, because it'll be hanging over the side, if that makes any sense. And that looks pretty good to me. I think I may rotate it back just a tiny bit. I want this piece to, yeah, I want to give it some, where it will hold. but I don't want a little line there, and I wanted that to stay. So now that I've got that in place where I want it, actually, let me move it down slightly. That looks good to me. That way they can see what's in the box through the acetate here and here. And now I'm going to ungroup that. I've got this piece and this piece. And I'm going to take my score lines again. I'm going to arrange and move them to the back. I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't overhanging. And then I'm going to take this back piece of my insert and the box, and I'm going to weld. And now that's going to be part of the lid. And then I'm going to arrange. I'm going to move that to the back. I'm going to select that and my score lines, and I'm going to attach my score lines. Now, like I said, I have a working copy in here, so if I want to just delete this, which I'm going to do because I've already got this set up on my file. This is my shared file. But after you've cut it, this is the decorative piece here. This is decorative. I think I'm going to cut this out of gold glitter. I'm not sure. And maybe this out of red. Let me arrange, move it to the front. But we're going to glue this down to the box. And then we're going to glue this down to the box. And then that's going to create our window. And my acetate that I'm cutting, I'm going to be using the foiled Cricut acetate with the stars on it. And so that's going to be my acetate insert behind this. So I think it's going to be really pretty. And the way that you're going to make this box is you're going to fold on this score line. And you're going to fold on this score line. You're going to fold away from you when you're looking at it. You're going to fold on this one and on this one. You're going to fold these flaps in, and then you're going to glue here, 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 and here. And then these are your side flaps that will be folded down over those. You're going to do the same with the box bottom. After you've done this, you'll put your acetate on the inside and your liner to cover your acetate, your finishing piece. On this one, same thing. You're going to fold these away from you on all four sides. You're also going to fold your flaps, fold them in, and your glue goes on the flaps to form your box. And then if you feel like you need that reinforcement piece right there, you'll glue that to the inside as well, just after you've made your box. And then the lid and everything should fit on it. So let's go and make this. I'm going to get rid of this so that you guys have the file. The file number, just in case you don't see it, is 717-44975. I'm just going to delete this one, and you can do that too when you have your file set up. I'm going to make sure I've got all my pieces. Once you've made that box, if you know you're not going to make it again, you can save that and hide it, or you can delete it like I just did. Let's go over to our hidden one. Is there, and that's going to, I'm going to duplicate it. I'm going to hide that one and then save, and then you've got your original file back. And if you wanted to save the one that had whoever's name on it for maybe a birthday or later on down the line, something different for somebody else, then you have it already welded in there and you don't have to worry with it. But this file is ready to go, and let's go make the box, and I'll show you a photo of that at the beginning and at the end of this video. You guys have a wonderful crafting day. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Give me a thumbs up for the video. Also join the Facebook group, Cricut Crafting and Cricut Maker Projects. You guys make something beautiful.